Welcome. Nice to see you again. Let's go to work. We stopped here yesterday, right? We were working with this part and this conversation. Good evening, sir. Welcome. So we were studying this part, right? The conversation. We were analyzing the parts, the phrases. Okay, so now let's move on to the next page. That is not something new for you. Look, it's not anything new for you. Look and tell me, please, what is different from these questions to the previous questions, to the previous structures that we studied? What is different here?
The WH8, questions.
So it means the word where,
What?
So it means, okay, thanks for your opinion. So it means that we are adding, that is the difference, right? That we added a word at the beginning. A word at the beginning. Now we have where, what, how. But what happened? The question is the same. Look, do you work? Do you do? Do you like it? So you see it's the same. The difference is, the structure is the same. The difference is that we have, before the question, we have a word, right? Una palabrita.
Good evening.
And the other we have, look, where, again, what, how. And in this case, what happened? Does he work? Does he do? Does he like it? So what happened here? The same, right? We added a W word, or a word with W, where, what, how, but the structure of the question is the same. Does he work? Because we have here singular, he. So when we have he, we use does. The auxiliary, the person, and the verb. Auxiliary, the person, and the verb. Third person, auxiliary, person, and verb. The same order, right? The same structure that we were practicing yesterday. So you see that it's just that we add a word before, but the structure won't change. If you have do, if you have you use do. If you have they, you use do. In the last group, the last example. Here, where, what, how. In that case, you will add the same. Do they work? You have they, you use do. So you see, the structure is the same. If you have he, she, it, does, the order is the same. Auxiliary, the person, and the verb. You see? So the only part is what makes the difference? Do we have a difference if we use a WH word? Where, what, or how? Yes. The difference is that, remember, when you have previous to the question, you have a where, a what, a how, we can't answer yes or no. We can't. Look at the answers. In a hospital, I'm a doctor, I really like it, he's a manager, in a hotel, it's okay. We don't have yes, no, right? No, we don't have yes, no, because these questions need a specific answer. No, yes, no. So that is the difference. Remember, that is the only difference. But in the structure, you maintain the same order and the same groups. The same auxiliary for this group, the same auxiliary for the other group. That is the same. The only point is that now you will need an answer. Okay? A complete answer, a more specific answer. That's the difference. So if you want to have a specific answer, use a WH word. If you don't want to have a conversation, don't use where, what, when, or how. Because it's not the same to say, do you work? Yes, I do. But if you add where do you work? I work in a hospital. I work in a store. A specific information. And that's basically the difference. So if you want to have a good conversation with someone, add these words: where, what, how many, when, etc. So you will speak more. Okay? That is the only difference. Any question before we go to do an exercise? Of course, that remember where is related to a place. What is related to maybe a reason, right? Like why, or maybe information, a specific information. When is related to time. When do you study? When do you go to work? When do you see your friends? When is your birthday? In that case, we are not using do or does, but it's a WH word, right? When is your birthday? Okay, so let's see if we use the correct WH word for each part. So let's solve together this. We have, what does your sister do? Remember that in this case it's the same, right? You were practicing yesterday this question. Similar. But yesterday we didn't have sister, we have she. That is similar to sister. So the order is the same. Auxiliary, the person, and the verb. So remember, that is similar, right? What does she do? That was the question that you were doing yesterday. Do you remember what does number 1 do? What does number 8 do? Okay, equivalent to what does she do? So in this case, it's more specific. We don't have she, so we have more specifically your sister, similar to she. So what does your sister do? Continue and give me the sentence, please.
How does she
Here,
like? Ah,
my sister, continue the conversation. Anybody?
What does she like?
Yeah, but let's continue. Let's follow the conversation.
Oh, my sister. She's a teacher.
Okay. Now the question, continue. Continue, sir.
What does she like it?
What does she like it? How, right? How?
How does she like it?
How does she like it? Almost. How does she like it? Remember that in that case is when you are talking about the opinion, right? What that person think about something. What does she like it? So remember that in that case we have what? It's difficult in this case, right? It's difficult. So it's her opinion, the way that she feels about that. It's difficult, but she can you, anybody who wants to pronounce the next part?
It's difficult.
it's difficult, but
She
love
loves
it.
She loves it.
It's difficult, but she loves it. Okay,
Loves.
she loves it. Correct.
That's it.
Okay, let's continue solving together. Number 2.
Was that your brother work?
Where does your brother work?
Oh, correct. Correct. Where does your brother work? Because in the answer, look at the answer, right? So we can give the correct English word. Where does your brother work? Because the answer says in an office. So what I need is where, because the answer is mentioning a place. Where does your brother work? In an office. Can you continue reading this letter B, please? Anybody?
Office. He's an accountant.
In an office. He's an accountant.
In an office.
He's an accountant, correct. Remember, Anna, an accountant in an office. And the question, let's continue with the question. Can you give me the question? Oh.
How does he
How
like
does he like it?
Okay, how does
he like it?
Correct. How does he like it? Good. Continue.
He doesn't really like it.
Correct. He doesn't really like it. Okay, thank you. Let's go with number 3. Let me move it, please. I'm trying to move it. Okay, now I think that you can see. Okay, so let's continue here. Help me. You have to solve it.
What do your parents?
Who do your parents?
What do your parents?
Do they
No.
job?
How
How
do
do
your
your
parents
parents
like
like
their
their
job?
jobs?
Correct.
Who do
How?
like their
Correct. How do your parents like her job? So remember, it doesn't matter if we have here your parents, they, your sister. We are talking about the opinion,
Like.
right? How do you? How does she? How do your friends? Okay, but the order is the same, like their jobs. So the answer.
Oh, I guess they like them.
Continue.
I don't
Don't
remember.
remember.
Where do they work?
Okay,
Where
I don't
do they
remember.
work?
Where do they work? Intonation, remember intonation of a question. Where do they work? Because in the answer we have what?
A big hospital. They are doctors.
Correct. In a big hospital, they're doctors. Excellent. Now the last part for you. Then we go out to an speaking, right? So continue pronouncing and telling me the first question.
What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Correct. What? What do you do? The question, right? The famous question that we were using yesterday, practicing. What do you do? Or if I'm talking about someone else, what does she do? We change the person, we change the auxiliary. Okay, continue.
I am a student.
Correct. Continue.
I see. How do you like your classes?
Correct. It's an opinion, right? How do you like your classes? I'm looking for an opinion. How do you like your classes? And finally,
They are great.
They are
I
great.
like them a lot.
I like it.
they're great.
They're-
They're great. I like them a lot. Correct. So don't forget, please, we have two questions, right? Two basic questions. What do you do? Very similar. The part that we were using, the way that we were using yesterday is what does she do? In that case, the question is about the profession, the occupation. And the other, how do you like it? It's like an opinion. What do you feel? What do you think about something? Those are the questions that we were practicing yesterday, right? Oh, and you can see here too. Okay, so now it's time to speak. Time to speak. We solved together this exercise. So now, please do a question for your classmates. For example, an spontaneous question, right? You have to think about something fast. For example, can be those, but try to use different, not just what do you do and how do you like your job, something different using a W word. Tell me common questions with W words. Common questions that you remember. One question with a WH word. Remember, WH word is when, where, what, how.
What kind of music do you like?
Okay, what kind? What kind of music do you like? One more.
Where do you live?
When is your birthday? What is your
Correct.
favorite food?
Where do you live? What is your favorite food? In that case, we are using verb to be, but the idea is to speak, okay? And I don't remember the last that someone said, but it was okay, right? What else? Where do you live? What kind of music do you like?
Where are you from?
Okay, where are you from? It's verb to be, but again, right, the idea is to speak. When do you go to work? Can be, right? When do you go to work? Can be where. What? Where? Give me one with where, please.
Where do you like to go in the vacation, in the next vacation?
On vacation, remember. On vacation.
Right? On vacation.
Okay. Could be a little bit longer, right? Good. Very good. Where? Okay. Do you like to go on vacations? Okay, so think about different questions. We already did together some examples. So after I take the attendance, I'm gonna take the screenshot in this moment. Okay, so I'm gonna take the attendance and think about those questions. Okay, and then we're gonna have speaking. You're gonna ask one of your classmates will answer, and so on. Okay, but let me take the attendance in this moment. And I send a screenshot, but you know, I don't know why I can send messages or pictures in this moment in the computer. I don't know what happened. So I don't know. I have to solve it. So in this moment, you won't see the screenshot, okay? But I already take it. Because in this moment, you can see the screenshot. Or what I'm going to do is take a picture, not a screenshot. I'm gonna take a picture of the screenshot because I don't know why I can send the messages. Okay, but here we go. Okay, I will send a picture because I can do it from the computer. I don't know what's going on. But so you can see in this way, you can see, at least you can see the picture, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna take the attendance. Let me open. Okay, here we go. Okay, remember that we need to use right cameras on, please. I always say that. Okay, I always say that. We need to remember that we have that instruction. In case that you have a specific problem, please send a message to the group so you can explain why, okay? Why you are not using your cameras. Okay, so I'm gonna call your name. Give me a second. Okay, now let's start with Alejandro Alfonso.
Present.
Okay, thanks, sir. Alison Jasmine.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Miss Sanchez. Ana Cristina. Ana Cristina. No. Okay. Ángela Stephanie.
Present.
Okay. Azucena del Carmen.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Miss Azucena, right? Let's continue with Carlos Ernesto.
Present.
Okay. Thanks. Now, César Augusto.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thanks. César Eduardo.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Now, Claudia Vanessa. Claudia Vanessa? No. Okay. Cristian Alfonso.
Present.
Okay. Erika Ivette. Erika Ivette. No. Ever Ernesto.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Lemus. Jaime Alberto.
I'm here, teacher.
Thanks, Mr. Rivera. Janet Lisbeth.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay. Thanks, Miss. Jose Nelson.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Mr. Mejía. Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos? No. Karen Giselle? Karen? No. Carla Sofía.
Present.
Okay. Luis Fernando.
Present teacher.
Okay, Mr. Hernandez. Mario Edgardo. No. Marta Alicia.
Present.
Okay. Marta Lilian.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Miss Santos. Morena Estefanía. No. Olivia.
Present teacher.
Okay, thanks. Patricia.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, Miss Alfaro. Reina Janet. No. Rina Marlene. Marlene.
Present
Mar-
teacher.
Okay, Miss. Thanks. Tatiana Carolina. No. Virginia del Carmen. No. Senia Abigail.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Sara Mayra. No. Tania Marlene. No. Y Vilma Arlene.
Present teacher.
Okay. Fátima Valencia. No. Domingo Vladimir. No. En Ricardo. Ricardo Escobar. No. Okay. Anybody who didn't answer in the moment? No? Okay, good. So let's continue with the activity. Now it's time to speak, right? So let's see. Are you ready? Yes, right? Yes, I'm ready. Okay, I know that you're ready. Tell me the questions. And say the name. For example, Sarita, where do you work? Carlitos, what do you study? Okay, so say the name of one of your classmates. Say the name, okay, of the person who will answer your question. Let's go. First question.
Let's see. Cesar, where do you go on weekend?
Okay, Cesar. You say Cesar, right?
Yes.
Okay, Cesar.
Eduardo.
Okay. Where do you go? Where do you go on weekends? Cesar Eduardo. Excuse me? I don't know if you can listen to him. I can't. I can't understand. Can you listen to Cesar? Anybody?
No, escucho bien la pregunta.
Where
Yes,
do you go on weekend?
To the park.
To the park.
What was the answer?
To the park.
Okay. I go to the park. Okay, so remember to use full structures, full sentences, okay? So please use as many words as possible, everybody. Que vamos a hacer es speaking completita la idea, la oración, ¿ok? No se cobra por palabra, so don't worry. Puede usar muchas, ¿ok? No se cobra por palabra aquí. So don't worry about that. Use muchas palabras. That is for free, ¿ok? Okay, so try to give full sentences, okay? Many full answers. Okay, next question. Thanks, Mr. Linares and Mr. Linares. Are your brothers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Por eso es que le escuchaba. Ahí lo tiene quizás cerca. I didn't listen. I didn't understand him. Okay. So, next person.
Hi, Karina.
Okay, Miss Ramirez.
What time get up now?
Okay, let's check that. What time get up now?
Now.
Well, that is not really a question. You have the W word at the beginning. What time? Yes. But you say what time get up now. What is missing here? Me falta ¿quién? Y el indicador de la pregunta. ¿Cuál es mi indicador de la pregunta?
Does or do.
Well, in this case is you, right? Como no me dijo tampoco quién.
Okay. You.
Ajá, so if it is you, now we have who. So what is missing now? What part?
Today.
Ahora, excuse me?
Now or today.
No. ¿Qué me falta para indicar que es una pregunta?
El auxiliar.
So it's what? Do.
Do.
What time do you get up? Pero now make no sense.
No. Okay.
So remember, don't miss any part. The indicator of the question, the person, esas dos partes le faltaron.
Okay.
Y el verbo. Okay, but in this case, you mentioned the verb. So everybody, don't forget the structure. Okay, so the question is, what time did you get up? Now, no.
Get out.
Now, no, because it's
Only get out.
Okay, the question is for whom, excuse me? Who will answer your question?
What do you get out? Get up? Arlene?
Okay, Arlene, what time do you get up? Remember, what time do you get up?
What time do you get up?
Arlene?
Arlene.
Get up at 5 a.m. o'clock.
Okay, if you say a.m., don't say o'clock.
O'clock.
Okay, at 5 a.m. or at 5 o'clock. Okay, next question.
Me, teacher.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, please. Thanks.
Carlos Ernesto.
Okay.
When is your birthday?
Sorry?
When is your birthday?
Where?
When is your birthday?
Where? Where or when?
When?
Yes, when? When is your birthday?
It's on August 19th.
19th. Okay, it's on August 19th.
August 19th.
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 Okay.
It's on August 19th.
Okay, good. Next question. Tienen que bombardear con preguntas aquí, una tras otra, una tras otra. Come on.
Mi teacher.
Go ahead, please.
Um, ah, Alejandro.
Yes,
What time do you drink coffee?
uh, I drink coffee at 7 a.m. at 12 p.m. 12 o'clock p.m. Sorry, and 6 o'clock p.m.
Can you repeat the question, please, Mr. Lem?
What time do you drink coffee?
Okay, so 2 different time, right? You say at 4,
No, three different times.
at 3,
Yes, yes.
okay, at 3 a.m. or p.m.?
Let's see, at 7 o'clock a.m., at 12 o'clock p.m., and 6 o'clock p.m.
6 p.m.
6 o'clock.
Okay, when you say o'clock, when you say p.m., you don't need to say o'clock. If we say a.m. or we say p.m., so it's not necessarily o'clock, right? So we say 10 o'clock in the morning or 3 p.m., 3 a.m., right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so many times, right? We can think that he loves coffee. We can
So we
suppose
only
that...
use, I'm sorry. We only use o'clock when we talk about the morning, right?
No. It's not that when you talk about the morning. You can use o'clock in the afternoon. 10, I mean, the point is that it's better not to use clock and AM together.
Oh.
Because you can say in the morning, okay? O'clock in the morning. But o'clock is like we say, o'clock in the morning AM. No, right? Not everything is not necessary. So if you,
Okay.
uh-huh.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Okay. Next,
Afternoon.
one more person.
Me, teacher.
Go, please.
And what do you do in your work?
Who? Who will answer your question?
Olivia?
Okay, someone else.
Okay,
Jaime.
excuse me.
Olivia? What do you do in your work?
I teach. I teach some materias. ¿Cómo se llama?
Subjects
Sub-
subjects
about the education and psychology.
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 Okay. Okay, you see, now you have things. Now you have many examples, right? Now you're gonna do questions for your classmates in the breakout room. So I think that I hope that everybody has a question. You didn't share it now, but I hope that you have questions so you can speak with your classmates in the breakout rooms. That's point number 1. Point number 2, because you know that I love that you practice everything. When you come back, you're gonna tell me about your classmates, okay? Directly. For example, let's see what we remember here. Olivia teaches psychology. And let me see, what's his name? I think it was Eduardo. No, it was Alejandro. Alejandro drinks coffee at 6 a.m. at, I don't remember the specific hours, okay? But that's the idea. Alejandro drinks coffee. Olivia teaches psychology. Who else? Let me see. I think it was birthday. Who said about his birthday? Who tell us about his birthday?
Me, Carlos.
Okay, so in that case, Ernesto's birthday is on August 19th. Ernesto's birthday. Okay, so we have to use those structures that we have been working when you come back to the breaker room, of course. But when you go to the breaker room, you're gonna do the questions and you're gonna answer. Please take turns to do the question. For example, if it's Sofia in the breaker room, Carlita, and Esteban, okay, let's see that we are 3 in the breaker room. So not just Sofia will do the question, Sofia the other question, Sofia the question number 2, Sofia the question number 3, no. One question, Sofia. The other question, Carlita. And then Esteban. Everybody answer and everybody do the questions. So everybody can practice questions and answers. And then again, Sofia, the next question. 1. Then Carlita after Sofia. The second question. Okay? So everybody can participate. Not just one person do other answering and answering. Okay, so combine the participations. Now you don't have a script, right? Because you will create the questions. So now you don't have a script. Okay. I don't know if you have any doubt before you go to the breakout rooms, or it's clear. Is it clear? Okay, let's go if it is clear. I guess that is clear. Okay, now let's see what you remember. Tell me, please, the information directly. Directly, please. Tell me the information about your classmate.
Okay, I work with Karen and she told me that she loved the most in her family, her daughter.
Okay, she loves, okay? She loves
Right?
the most. Loves. Remember to pronounce the S.
Love.
She loves. Okay, she loves. Okay, thanks. Anything
My
else?
question.
No, don't tell me the
My
questions.
question.
No, don't tell me the questions. Just the information in third person.
Uh,
Please.
okay. Was when you have free time, what do you do? And the answer was
No, Miss Ramirez, don't tell me the questions. Just tell me the information. Because what I need that we practice is third person directly, right? No questions now.
okay. So Cesar tell me he play basketball.
Cesar plays basketball. Cesar plays basketball. Okay.
Play.
Plays. Okay, what else? Or who else? Anybody?
Okay, Senia Abigail doesn't work. She studies engineering. She lives in Zaragoza.
Okay, there you are. Correct. Correct. That's the way, right? She lives in Zaragoza. She doesn't work and she studies. Okay, so directly feed the information about someone else, right? About someone else. That's what I want you to practice. Continue. Next person. Let's know each other, right? Vamos a conocernos ahorita.
Teacher,
Yes.
my
Continue.
classmate Olivia is teacher of psychology.
Okay, so you can say Olivia teaches psychology.
Psychology.
Yes, you see why I need that we use third person. Porque a veces al hablar de otra persona, al principio nos enredamos un poquitín, right? Al principio. Pero después ya no. So that's why we need to practice directly about someone else. Do you have more information about?
And Arlene is take care of children in your house.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. Olivia is take care.
No,
what is the verb?
Olivia, no. Olivia is teacher.
Okay, but Arlene, it doesn't matter the name. What I need that we use the correct structure. That's important. Okay, so whoever, Olivia or Arlene, I don't know. But tell me, do the correction. You said is take care.
Is take care of children.
Okay, what is incorrect there? No.
Only take care.
Correct.
Okay.
And takes in that case, right? So Arlene takes care.
Takes care in your house.
In my house?
No.
Arlene, are you using my house to take care of children?
In her house.
Okay, correct. You see?
Thanks, teacher.
Okay.
Now me.
Arlene will have to pay me because she's using my house to work.
Yes.
Okay, so you see, that's where we need to change. Very good. You see it. Better, Marlene. Anybody else?
Me.
Okay.
Me. Rina
is a nurse. She works in a children's hospital. Benjamin Bloom. She cares the children and she likes it.
She likes it. She likes it.
Likes it.
Likes it. Do you remember what I explained you yesterday?
Yes.
Loves
Likes
it. Hates it.
Like
It. Likes it.
Likes it.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Next person.
Tena
Me?
told me she likes to dance any kind of music.
Okay. She likes to dance any kind of music, right? She dances everything. Salsa, merengue, rock and roll. Okay. So next person.
Alison favorite animal is cat.
Okay. Allison's
Favorite animal is cat.
Okay.
Allison's like Lourdes Colón.
Okay. Wait there. Allison's, no anymore, right? Ponemos el Allison's con ese al final porque le pertenecía algo a Allison. But in this case, Allison is a verb, no le pertenece nada. So, no digamos más Allison's. Allison, what? Excuse me, can you repeat? Allison?
Vive en Lourdes Colón.
Lives.
Live.
Correct.
Thanks.
Thanks to you. Next person. Now you know everything
Marta.
about your classmates. Okay. Yeah, Jasmine, and then Alfonso, please.
Okay.
Okay. Christian likes to watch series and listen to music in his free time.
Okay. Who, excuse me?
Christian likes to watch series and listen to music in his free time.
Yeah, not just the name. I didn't listen who. Okay, so Christian. Okay. Okay, very good. Thanks. Alfonso.
Okay. Let me see. Marta Lilian works at home, and Marta Alicia is a vendor.
Okay. Next person. Tell me, sir.
I work with Azucena and she likes dancing, many rhythms, like to eat.
I almost can listen to you, Mr. Linares. Your audio is like, because it's raining, right? It's raining strongly. Yeah, but I listen some people, but your audio is like something like that. So it's hard for me. Excuse me, but in this moment, it's hard for me to listen to you. Okay? But I hope that later I can listen to you. Maybe Mr. Lemos, maybe I can listen to you.
Yes, teacher. Angela's birthday is in October 18th.
Who?
Angela.
Angela's birthday, right?
Angela's birthday is in October 18th.
No, it is on, because you are mentioning the day, on October 18th.
October 18th. And her favorite color is black.
Her favorite color is black.
And her favorite sport is football, soccer.
Okay.
And Angela get up 8 a.m.
Gets up
and 8 a.m.
Okay, remember that it's better to say gets up. No, gets up. Gets up.
Gets up. Yes. Gets up 8 a.m.
Okay. Good.
And the favorite color of Jose Nelson is red.
Her favorite color? Okay, excuse me.
The favorite color of Jose Nelson is red.
No, I don't understand the last part. I didn't understand. Okay, but the first parts were okay. But the last I
Okay.
couldn't. Okay, but the rest, everything, I could listen everything, no, it was good. Just the last part, I don't understand. Okay, just maybe Marta Lilian. Maybe I can listen to you, Marta Lilian.
Alejandro likes coffee with sugar.
With sugar, okay, yeah, I listen to you clearly. Okay, good. So Alejandra likes coffee with sugar. Alejandro, excuse me. With sugar, okay?
Okay. Marta Alicia likes to have bread for breakfast.
Say that again, please. Marta Alicia?
Marta Alicia likes to have bread for breakfast.
Okay. Fried eggs. Okay, fried.
Okay.
Fried, okay?
Fried.
Yes, that dislike. You said dislikes, right? Dislikes.
Sí, dislike.
Dislikes.
Dislike, okay.
So Marta Alicia dislikes to have fried eggs for breakfast. Correct?
Correct. Sí.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks to you. Anybody else? Maybe I can listen to you. Nobody else. Mr. Ramirez. Alfonso, why don't you tell me your examples?
Alyson's favorite pet is the cat.
Okay. Favorite pets are cats in general.
Okay. And Carla's favorite pets are cats, dogs, and bears.
Okay. Many pets, right? She loves animals. Okay. Okay, thanks. Okay, good. Thanks for your participation, right? You see, that's the way that we have to do it. Questions, answers, third person. So you have to speak about anybody, right? De ella, de hablar de la vecina, de la mamá, pero en bien, okay, en bien. Okay, so you can speak about anybody. Tiene que hablar de quien sea. No solo de usted, right? De I, you, and your, solo tú and me. No. You have to manage everything. Okay, about anybody. Give information about someone else. Okay, so I think that you are doing a good job. Okay, so now let's continue. Okay, let's continue with the next activity. Just let me. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Let me show you. The next activity. I want to show you the book again. Let's go back to the book. Here. Okay. Now, you're gonna do the questions. We're gonna do the questions here together. What is the question? What question I need to give this information? Where does Chad, in this case, where does Jeff work? Where does Jeff work? What is the question? I mean, what is the answer? Excuse me. Where does Jeff work?
He works
He
in
works in a
in a
school.
school.
Correct. He works in a school. And what does he do?
He's a teacher.
Correct.
He's a teacher.
He's a teacher. Now you do the question for this lady, please. Let me go back here. For this lady. What is the question?
Where does she work? Where does
Judy.
Judy works? Where
Work.
does Where does Judy works?
Works? No. Where does Judy work?
Okay.
Okay. Correct.
She works in an office.
Okay, she works in an office. Correct. Another question?
She was a receptionist.
Oh, but what's the question?
What does she do?
Okay, before saying she's a receptionist, right? We need the question, what does she do? Correct. So there we have a possibility. She's a receptionist. And the last, about these people, what is the question? What?
What do they do?
Correct. What do they do? Because it's Chad and Tracy.
What do
The man and the lady, right? What do they do exactly? They are maybe sellers, right? Salespeople, salesperson. Maybe, I think. Or maybe managers. Maybe managers. I don't know. So you see, those are the questions. Very good. You are doing a good job. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. We're gonna practice listening. Today, we're gonna practice listening. I'm gonna play an audio for you. We're gonna do some listening activities here. So I'm gonna send to the group this so you can answer. I'm gonna play the audio. It says with sound off. Sound off. Okay? No se vaya a afligir. Teacher, no oigo nada. Debe ser por la lluvia. No. Sound off. Okay? The first time the sound will be off. So you have to guess. What is the first person, the second person? What do they do? What does this girl do? What does this boy do? Etc. Okay, so let me send the pictures and I'm gonna play the video for you. Give me a second. Well, this is not, let me see. No, this is, I don't have it. I don't have these pictures, so maybe you can take one, please, and send it to the chat. Because I can't. I don't know why. And this, I don't have this on my phone. So I just can send from my phone. From the computer, I don't know why I can't in this moment. So please send this picture. And let's watch because you won't listen, okay? Just watch.
No se escucha, teacher.
Yes, I said no sound. I said no sound. Okay, let's go back. Remember, I told you the instructions, right? Sound off. And I told you, don't think, teacher, I can listen because of the rain. I explained you, okay? So the sound is was off, right? I explained that, my dear people. So because what you have to do is guess about these professions. Guess about this profession. The first girl, number 1, what does she do?
She's a
He's a
doctor.
He's a
doctor.
doctor.
She's a doctor, correct. Number 2, what does he do?
She's a
He's
paramedic.
a ambulance driver.
He's an ambulance driver. And what does
Ambulance driver.
ambulance driver? And what does number 3 do?
She's from this clerk.
They have chef.
Okay. Okay,
server.
three different many professions for this guy, okay? You will see the correct. With the sound, you will see the correct answer. You will listen. And the last one. What does he
Taxi
do?
driver.
Taxi driver.
That's correct. That he's a taxi driver. Just
He's
number
a taxi
3.
driver.
Yeah, just number 3,
He's a
okay?
taxi
We
driver.
had a problem with number 3. Okay, now I'm gonna play the audio again, but with sound, okay, with sound. And you're gonna do this part. I think I have this part
Así que
on the
mañana.
phone, okay, so I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna send them because I think I have this here. I have these pictures in the sound, in the phone. So let me send them so you can work here with this one. Okay. You will try, you will listen now. Again, you will listen the video and you're gonna try to identify the time. What time does the doctor start and finish work? What time does Trey, the second guy, start and finish work? Okay, etc. So now, and you will figure it out, right? You will figure it out, the profession of number 3, because it's not a vendor, he's not a front desk clerk, and some others. Okay, so here we go again, but now with the sound. Let me share it again for you with sound.
It's 11:30 at night, and most people are sleeping. That's because most people work during the day and sleep at night. But some people, about 15% of people in the United States, work at night. What kinds of jobs do they do on the night shift? Let's find out. I'm Rachel Park, and I'm standing in front of Memorial Hospital with Ava North. She works here in the hospital. Ava, what do you do?
Okay, she works. Listen, that's the point, right? This video is full of the structures that we have been learning, that we have been using. So the question was, what do you do, right? What do you do? And she said she works with S. She works in a hospital. There you can listen, and you will listen many other expressions. You continue. Let's continue.
I'm a doctor. Where do you work exactly?
Right here in the emergency room.
Is it busy at night?
Yes, yes it is.
Really?
All day and all night.
How do you like your job?
How do you like your job, right?
It's stressful. I work long hours from 11 to 7, but every day in the hospital is different. I like it. Oh. Actually, I'm sorry. I have to go.
Okay, did you listen the expression that we learned yesterday? What is the expression that she used, that we learned yesterday, that you used yesterday in the conversation? Actually, she said, actually. Do you remember the meaning? What does actually mean? Do you remember what I said?
Yes, de hecho.
Correct. So you see the situation. She says, actually, okay, and so it means, right, because they are talking that they have a lot of emergencies and that they are really busy. So that's why I say, actually, now. Okay, you see what I'm saying? That's the expression, right? Actually, that's why. Let's continue.
There are 1,800 emergency rooms, or ERs, in hospitals around the country. Each ER has a big staff, including ambulance drivers. Some people come to the emergency room in an ambulance. Trey's an ambulance driver and he works the night shift. So you're an ambulance driver. Is your job difficult?
Yes, it is, but it's exciting.
What time do you start work?
I start work at the same time every night, at midnight.
And when do you finish?
Okay, you see, what time do you start work? And when, W's word, right? What time, W's word? When do you finish? All the questions that we have been working together. Okay, turn your microphones, please, my dear people. turn them on. Okay, let's continue.
10 in the morning?
That's 10 hours. You work hard.
Yes, I do. But I take a break at 5 a.m. for breakfast.
Trey usually has breakfast at the Galaxy Diner. It's open 24 hours a day. Trey has a short break, but it's okay. The service at the Galaxy Diner is fast. It's now 5:30 in the morning, and we're at the Galaxy Diner. We're talking with Dwayne. Dwayne, what do you do?
I'm a waiter here. Oh, and I'm...
What's the question? What do you do? Is he a front desk clerk? Is he a vendor? No, right? He isn't. You see? Yes. So what does he do?
He's a
He's a
waiter.
waiter.
Correct. So you see, not a vendor, not a front desk clerk, etc. Now you know.
I'm also a student.
What are you studying?
Business.
That's great. What's your schedule like?
I go to school from 8 in the morning until noon, and then I study 2 or 3 hours. I sleep until about 10, and then I come here to work. I usually work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
What time do you finish today?
Today is a hard day. On Thursdays, I work extra hours. I start at 11 p.m. and I go home at 11 a.m.
Dwayne takes a taxi home on Thursdays. A taxi like this one. Taxi drivers on the night shift often work 12 to 14 hours. There aren't as many customers, so they work longer hours. This is Gio. Gio drives a taxi at night. Gio, it's 6 a.m. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What time do you start work?
At midnight, and I finish work at noon.
Wow, that's 12 hours. Is your job difficult?
No, it's pretty easy, really. Sometimes it's quiet, though. Everyone's sleeping at night.
What do you do after work?
I sleep. I go home and sleep for 10 hours.
Ah, sleep. That sounds like a good idea. This is Rachel Park saying good morning and good night.
Okay. You see, that was, oh, it is, right? A nice video, full of all the expressions, full of the structures that we have been working together. Okay, so it was full of those specific structures. So now let's try to solve it. Let me see the questions. Okay, the questions are,
What time does work the taxi driver?
okay, let's go in order, please, so I won't get lost. About the doctor is first, right? So what time does she starts work?
11.
11.
Correct. What time does she finish work?
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Correct. 7 a.m. And she starts at 11 p.m. because it's a night shift, right? Night shift. So 11 and she finishes at 7 a.m. Correct. Now let's go with the second that you have in the picture. Let me see, Trey, right, Trey? What time does he start work?
¿Qué fue?
From 12 a.m., right? 12 a.m.
Give me full sentences, please.
Trey starts working at 12 a.m.
Okay, finishes.
And finishes at 12 p.m. Right?
Anybody else has another schedule?
He started midnight.
Correct. He starts at midnight.
At midnight. And finishes 10 a.m.
Finishes
10 a.m.
Yeah, can you repeat the verb because that's what we are trying to practice.
And
finishes. He finishes.
And finishes 10 a.m.
At 10 a.m.
At 10 a.m.
A.m. Correct. Okay, so that's what we have. That's what I want you to pronounce, my dear people, full sentences, right? Porque no sé si me va a usar, le va a poner el cambio que necesitamos en tercera persona y muchos no lo hacen cuando ya me dan la oración completa. So that's what I recommend you and I want you to use full sentences, please, especially to use the structures. So in this case, that's the correct schedule, right? He starts at midnight, or you can say he starts at 12 a.m. and he finishes at 10 a.m. Correct. So you see, si no usamos las estructuras correctas, me pierdo dos cosas. De la forma adecuada del presente para singular y de la preposición que debo de usar. So, si solo me dicen 10, no usamos lo que estamos queriendo manejar perfectly, right? Okay. So next person, if you can give me a complete sentence, please. What about Dwayne? Do you have the information about Dwayne? What time?
I don't know if I'm correct, but Dwayne starts working at 11 a.m.
PM.
p.m. and finishes at 7 p.m.
Almost 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Yeah, because it's in the morning, right? It's in the morning. Excellent, correct. That's correct. Just AM and PM, right? It was not PM, it was AM because it was in the morning. But the rest is okay. Very, very good, okay? And you sound good, right? With all the structure, you sound good. And the last one.
Dwayne studies.
Dwayne. Okay.
Dwayne studies business.
Okay. Correct. Next person, Gio. What time does Gio start and finish work? Gio.
Gio start work at midnight.
Correct.
And he finishes at noon.
Exactly. Excellent. Very good. Perfect. Okay. So you see, there we are identifying the expressions and using the correct forms. Okay, now you will do one more exercise with that video. Let me send, I think I have those in the chat too. So let me see if I can send. Give me a second, please. Here, yes, I have them. So this is the last exercise about this listening. So you can see there in the chat some questions, right? Well, they are not questions because what you have to do is to complete with the correct information. So I'm gonna play the audio once more so you can go and start answering. Okay, there you have it in the chat. So here we go again to practice that listening skill. Let me play it for you again, the last time.
It's 11:30 at night, and most people are sleeping. That's because most people work during the day and sleep at night. But some people, about 15% of people in the United States, work at night. What kinds of jobs do they do on the night shift? Let's find out. I'm Rachel Park, and I'm standing in front of Memorial Hospital with Ava North. She works here in the hospital. Ava, what do you do?
I'm a doctor.
Where do you work exactly?
Right here in the emergency room.
Is it busy at night?
Yes, it is.
Really?
all day and all night. How do you like your job? It's stressful. I work long hours from 11 to 7, but every day in the hospital is different. I like it. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I have to go.
There are 1,800 emergency rooms, or ERs, in hospitals around the country. Each ER has a big staff, including ambulance drivers. Some people come to the emergency room in an ambulance. Trey's an ambulance driver and he works the night shift. So you're an ambulance driver. Is your job difficult?
Yes, it is, but it's exciting.
What time do you start work?
I start work at the same time every night, at midnight.
And when do you finish?
At 10 in the morning?
That's 10 hours. You work hard.
Yes, I do. But I take a break at 5 a.m. for breakfast.
Trey usually has breakfast at the Galaxy Diner. It's open 24 hours a day. Trey has a short break, but it's okay. The service at the Galaxy Diner is fast. It's now 5:30 in the morning, and we're at the Galaxy Diner. We're talking with Dwayne. Dwayne, what do you do?
I'm a waiter here. Oh, and I'm also a student.
What are you studying?
Business.
That's great. What's your schedule like?
I go to school from 8 in the morning until noon, and then I study 2 or 3 hours. I sleep until about 10, and then I come here to work. I usually work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
What time do you finish today?
Today is a hard day. On Thursdays, I work extra hours. I start at 11 p.m. and I go home at 11 a.m.
Dwayne takes a taxi home on Thursdays. A taxi like this one. Taxi drivers on the night shift often work 12 to 14 hours. There aren't as many customers, so they work longer hours. This is Gio. Gio drives a taxi at night. Gio, it's 6 a.m. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What time do you start work?
At midnight, and I finish work at noon.
Wow, that's 12 hours. Is your job difficult?
No, it's pretty easy, really. Sometimes it's quiet, though. Everyone's sleeping at night.
What do you do after work?
I sleep. I go home and sleep for 10 hours.
Ah, sleep. That sounds like a good idea. This is Rachel Park saying good morning and good night.
Okay, good. So now, the second time, I hope that you listen even better, right? You know, if it happens to you, maybe the first time you were not sure, but the second time that you listen to the video, to the audio, you could catch more information, right? It's supposed to happen. The first time you didn't understand maybe some parts or you didn't understand everything. But the second time, the third time, you will listen clearly or clearer. You will listen or you will understand more parts, more expressions. Maybe, I hope, because that's the idea. And that's the idea when you speak. That's the idea when you listen over and over again, not just the video, of course, right? Not just this video. When you listen English, when you listen English in classes, when you listen English in songs, right? Movies, audiobooks, I don't know, in any way. That's why it is good to listen music, cartoons maybe, right? You can watch cartoons in English. They are good because the vocabulary, the fluency is very clear. So it's good to listen at the beginning, to watch some cartoons in English. And that's it, right? And different. So that's the point. Listen to different what you like. If you like music, if you like movies, if you like books, audiobooks, I don't know. But the point is that you have to be in touch, listening, like in this case, right? I think that the second time was easier for you. Yes or no? at least some expressions. Yes or no? Did you catch better the ideas the second time that you listened the audio? Or was it the same?
Dwayne is a bit difficult to listen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, here it was raining very strongly, but now not anymore. Okay, but anyway, I don't know, the rest. Was it the same? Yes.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
teacher. In my case, I understand
Better?
the
More? More?
the other person, but not entiendo más la pronunciación de uno que de otro.
Of course, because it depends on the vocabulary that they use, right? That's one point. It depends on the vocabulary. That's why it's important to learn a lot of vocabulary. Because maybe you know the structures. You know that she's talking in present because you listen an S in the verb, but you don't know the meaning of that verb. So that's why it's important to take the time to learn many verbs with the list, to learn a lot of vocabulary, right? Because maybe we got the idea, but if we don't know that vocabulary, if we don't know those verbs, it's difficult. Okay, so beside, al lado de, beside the structures, vocabulary, and verbs. Okay, you have to take time every day to learn more verbs and more vocabulary.
Porque en esta ocasión que puse nuevamente el video, nuevamente con el morenito me costó entenderle, no le entendí mucho.
Okay, that's what I said, right? It depends sometimes on the vocabulary or on the way that each person speaks. It happens in Spanish too, right? Sometimes people speak really fast. Sometimes people speak between teeth, right? So we don't understand some people. Even in Spanish, right? It happens. ¿Qué dijo? No le entendí. Okay? Or maybe the audio sometimes, right? Aquí me pasa, aunque me hablan a veces en español, no les entiendo. It's not because of the English sometimes, es por el sonido, el audio. Hay cosas que no alcanzo a oír ni a entender. But it's because of the sound, right? O de la forma en que hablamos. Because if we speak fast, if we speak between teeth, right? Entre dientes, no se nos entiende. Each person has a different style. Okay, so some people have some special style. Okay, so it depends. It happens. Okay, so we have many, let's say, factors why sometimes we understand more and less. Okay, but that's the point. The idea is, yo la segunda vez que oigo el audio, si identifico algo que tal vez la primera vez no oí. Si identifiqué otra estructura que no alcancé a entender. Y si lo oye otra vez más, va a ir entendiendo como que cada vez más claro. ¿Por qué? Estamos acostumbrando a nuestro cerebro a agarrar el idioma. ¿Ok? Tenés que oírlo, tenés que entenderlo. ¿Ok? Haciéndole un espacito. So that's why it's important, right? No se cansen de oír una y otra vez, tal vez lo mismo, pero ahí le está enviando el mensaje al cerebro, English, right? Y el cerebro nos pone ahí en un lugarcito especial que ya va acomodando cada idioma. Okay, so that's why I said it's important. It's important to listen. Okay, so I hope that it works for you and that you listen different things, right? Escuchen todo lo que puedan. If you like music, listen to music. Pero no escuchen a a rap y reggaeton, right? Porque no se les entiende. So I don't recommend you to listen that kind of music, like in Spanish, right? Okay, neither. So like in that kind of music for beginners is not good. Or for anybody, maybe, right? This is like, it happens in the native language too, right? No entiendo qué canta y dice que canta en lo más español, pero a veces no se entiende, porque es un sonido, o hablan ahí sí entre dientes, o hablan muy raro, muy mal.
They use a lot of phrasal verbs.
It's not because of that. It's because phrasal verbs are not difficult, I think. It's not, maybe slangs, maybe, like if you are on streets, right? That kind of vocabulary.
Sure.
Even in Spanish, right? Aún en español hay cosas, ¿y eso qué es? Si no hablamos así tipo calle, pues no sé lo que dicen. Igual, el sonido. O sea, es más bulla que voz, la verdad. Okay, so it's difficult to understand.
Teacher, and the message?
Message, what happened? The messages in the song.
The messages are very, very bad.
Additional to that, okay? Yes, I focus on the language, but additional to that, of course, it's true, right? No good messages. But the point is that the English to learn is not the best option. It's not the best option. Porque es difícil para beginners. Y además que a veces tampoco nos conviene aprender ciertas cosas que dicen ahí porque nos vamos a oír muy mal usándolas. So that's not good, right? So I recommend you that old music, okay? That the sound is better and you can listen clearly to the singer, the singer's voice. Ahí sí usted escucha frases completas. Okay, y
Example, the
claras.
Backstreet Boy.
Yeah, maybe. Not at all, right? They are not so old, but maybe the Backstreet Boy. I mean, when I mean old, is like Frank Sinatra, right? Who else?
Carpenters.
Carpenters is very clear, very, very clear. And yes, it depends, right? It depends on
Green Day.
I don't know that one. Okay, but that makes the difference, right? Even Backstreet Boy could be, right? Or maybe some people like Celine Dion. Okay, she sings very clearly. And well, Adele is England, so she has a special, accent, but it's fairly clear too. So, but that's a good practice. Okay, listen to music, but be careful with the kind of singer you listen to. Okay, because not always is good. Okay, so
teacher,
yes,
you can share the video on WhatsApp group.
No, I can't because it's too heavy, and I can't download it.
That's right. Okay.
Yes, I can't download it. Is part of the book, and I can't. Yes. Okay. Well, so that's we have 5 minutes to the answers, right? Tell me, maybe we can answer. What are the answers for the first person, for the doctor? Let me see. Eva North thinks her job is stressful. That is done, right? Eva likes or doesn't like? I mean, doesn't like her job.
Likes.
Eva likes her job.
Correct. Eva likes her job. The next is?
They think his job is difficult but exciting.
His job is difficult but exciting.
Okay, correct. Difficult but exciting. What else?
They works for 5 hours.
10 hours.
And then he has breakfast break.
Okay, so let me see what is. Trey thinks his job is difficult but exciting. Okay. Trey works for how many hours?
5 hours.
Yes. 5 hours and before the break, right? But actually he works 10 hours. Okay, good. And Gio, what happened with Gio?
Goes to school in the morning.
I can listen. Excuse me, can you repeat?
Line go to the school in the morning.
Okay. Goes to school. But yeah, okay. You are talking about the waiter. Are you talking about the waiter?
You say Gio, the taxi driver.
Yeah, but someone answered something different.
Dwayne.
Yes.
Dwayne.
So that's why I'm asking Mr. Ramirez, okay? Because I listened a different answer, okay? Not about Gio. Okay, so, but let's go in order, okay. Let's go in order, right? I think that what I asked about Gio, but the second maybe is Dwayne, right? So that's why you answer. So let me go in order so you won't get confused. So Dwayne goes to school in
the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning. And next, Dwayne
He wakes up at 10 p.m.
Okay, wakes up about, right? Wakes up about
10 p.m.
10 p.m. Correct? Because he said, right, that he sleeps until 10. Obviously, if he sleeps until 10, it means that he wakes up. Okay. And the last information about Dwayne. What day is hard?
Thursday is a hard day for Dwayne.
Thursday, correct? Correct. So now let's go with Jill. Taxi drivers.
On the night shift often work.
How many hours?
12 to 14.
Correct. 12 to 14 hours. And it's
6
a.m. when Rachel speaks to you.
Correct. It's 6 a.m. when Rachel speaks to Gio. Correct, because she said, right, good morning and good night. She wants to go to sleep too, because remember that she was with the interviews the whole night with different professionals who has a night shift. Okay, so that's it. That's it. We have the last one. Gio thinks
he doesn't work hard.
He doesn't work hard. Imagine that, right? He works from 12 to 14 hours, but he thinks that he doesn't work hard. He thinks that he doesn't work hard. Well, okay. Well, that's it for today, my dear people. Okay, you have a good listening, I think. Okay, so you give good answers. So it means that you catch the idea. So that's it, and hope to see you tomorrow to continue working. Was a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Okay. Good night.
Everybody, good night, teacher.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks to you for your participation.